Hello everyone, today I'll be talking about the meaning of default bail, which was recently given to Ms. Sudha Bharadwaj in relation to the case of Bhima Koregaon. So in today's video, we will first understand this Bhima Koregaon case, who is Ms. Sudha Bharadwaj, what is the meaning of default bail and how it works, and under which act Ms. Sudha Bharadwaj was booked. So let's first start with this Bhima Koregaon case. So the Bhima Koregaon case dates back to 1st January 2018, which marked the 200th anniversary of the Bhima Koregaon battle. So to celebrate it, an event was organized to celebrate the victory of the British Army, which mainly comprised of Mahars, which is a Dalit community, against the Peshwa Bajirao Second Army. And this battle, if we talk about this battle, what was this battle? This battle was fought in Bhima Koregaon, which is a district in Pune with a strong historical Dalit connection between the Peshwa forces and the British. And this battle was fought on 1st January 1880. So what's the chaos? What's the case about? During this function which was organized to celebrate, there were some riots, and due to which investigations were done. And under those investigations, several human rights activists, including Sudha Bharadwaj, Varvara Rao, Gautam Navlakha, they were arrested during the course of the investigation. And Ms. Sudha Bharadwaj is the first amongst the 16 activists who were arrested to get the default bail. Now, who is Sudha Bharadwaj? Sudha Bharadwaj is a trade unionist, activist, and a lawyer who has lived and worked in Chhattisgarh for 30 years, and she is an active member of the Chhattisgarh Mukti Morcha. So now we will come on to the important aspect of this video, that is what is a default bail. So if we talk about the provision, the right to seek a default bail is provided to us under section 167 subclause 2 of CRPC. And it is not only a statutory right, but also a fundamental right, which is provided to us under Article 21 of the Constitution, that is right to life and liberty. So how it works? Let's start at the time when an offense is committed. All of us know that as soon as an offense is committed, an FIR is filed with the police. That is, a first information report is filed with the police, and once it is filed, police starts its investigation. Police goes to the place where the offense has occurred. They make a record, they record statements, they make a full report, they collect evidences, and all these investigations is done. So if I talk about the investigation, there is a certain time period which is provided to the police to conduct these investigations. So in normal cases, it is generally 15 days, then it can be extended up to 60 days. In cases where the offense, which is of such a nature where punishment is more than 10 years, then it can be extended up to 90 days and 180 days. So this is the time slot which is provided to the police to conduct the investigation. Now, what is the procedure after the investigation? Once the investigation is done, the police has to submit a report. So there are two kinds of report. First, we will understand a closure report. So if an investigation police finds out that, okay, there was no case, the accused has not done anything, then they will make a closure report and the case is closed. The other report is that can be said to be a charge sheet or a final report. Now, in this report, the police will provide a detailed information that how the offense was committed. It may contain a panchnama, witnesses, details of all the charges that have been imposed on the accused. So either the closure report or the charge sheet. Now, what happens in the case of default bail is, if the time slots which I told you, that is either 60 days, 90 days, 180 days has lapsed and no charge sheet has been filed by the police even after conducting all the investigation, then what they can do, then the accused can go for default bail. They can file for the default bail in front of the court, that since this time no charges has been filed against me, so I have the right to get a default bail. And that is what happened with Miss Sudha Bharadwaj, who got the default bail because after this lapse of time no charges were filed against her. So that's why she got the default bail. Now we will come on to the act under which Ms. Sudha Bharadwaj was booked. So Sudha Bharadwaj was booked under UAPA, that is Unlawful Activities Prevention Act 1967. So this act, what is this UAPA? This act gives special procedure to handle terrorist activities amongst other things. So this is specifically for handling terrorism, for finding out that which organizations are working as a terrorism, or they can even figure out that who commits, if anyone commits or participates in any kind of terrorism, prepares for terrorism, promotes terrorism, so they can find out and they can arrest those people under this particular act. This act also talks about the no bail clause, that no bail will be provided, and the highest punishment that is provided under this act is of death penalty and life imprisonment. So this act assigns absolute power to the central government by way of which if in case the center deems that an activity as unlawful, then it may by way of the official gadget declare it to be a terrorist activity and they can arrest those persons. Under UAPA, both the Indian and the foreign nationals can be charged, and the offenders will be charged in the same manner whether the act is performed within India or outside India. So I hope this video was helpful to you. In case you have any issue in relation to legal matters or you want to ask anything about law exams, you can reach out to me on my Instagram ID. The link for the same is provided in the description. I hope this video was helpful to all of you. Thank you very much.